Hey everyone, it is the Charming Giraffe, and today we are going to test a new product that I just found out about. I was at Michael's the other day. I had a coupon, and so I bought this. I'm going to try to show you without spilling it. So, this is Artist Loft Pouring Medium. I have not heard of, seen anyone do anything with it when I purchased it. After I bought it, I was like, hey, let's go to YouTube and see what people have said about it. I only really found one video, and it was not a success. So I'm going to be more hopeful, though. We'll see how it works. It is 5 parts medium to 1 part paint. It says add pouring medium to thin acrylic paint to make it easier to pour. Recommended ratio 1 part Artist Loft acrylic paint to 5 parts Artist Loft medium. So that's what I'm doing, and to make sure we're super accurate, I'm using the little syringe. You guys know how much I like that. So what I've done is I'll do 30 milliliters of medium to 6 milliliters of paint. I've already got the other 3 colors measured out. I haven't mixed them yet. And I'm just going to do this exactly as it's recommended to do. I'm not going to add any water or do anything else special to it. And this part's pretty fun, so I'll show you this. This is actually a brand new one, so it should be mildly easier than when the bottles are empty. But I just take the syringe, make sure the number side's up. Sometimes you have to try to push the paint out if it's empty, but I think this should fill up pretty easily. There is a little bit of air in there, so I'll go a little bit over the 6 just to make sure I get at least the 6, and then I'm just going to squirt it into the cup and mix. I haven't mixed those yet, but this was the yellow, sorry, the green yellow. This is the metallic cobalt blue. This one is just orange. I thought it was fancier than that. And then this is the aqua green. Yes, just confirming. So I'm going to get these all mixed up here. And then we will do a painting. I haven't decided what kind of painting we're doing yet. It will be on a 6x6 canvas, just because I'm not mixing a ton of paint here. But yeah, I'll mix this. So I'll mix this and consider what type of painting to do, and we will be right back. Alright, so we've got everything mixed, and I can say from the beginning, I actually really like the way this all mixed together. It blended very well with the paint and the medium. My current medium is Floetrol and water, and I absolutely hate mixing it. And this is obviously smaller ratios, but the way it kind of melded together, I really liked that. It was seamless. There was no effort to it at all. Color stayed. I should get some red by Artist Loft, because that's the color I have the most trouble with maintaining when I mix it with the Floetrol. It always tends to pink, and so I have to add more paint to it. So I should do that. I will definitely do that, and I'll do a different video on that. I don't have it today. I just thought of it actually. But I was very impressed with how it mixed together. The consistency of it is really good, I think. I was kind of afraid I might have to water it down, which it didn't call for water on the bottle. And so I'm happy that I don't need to do that. This one feels a little bit thicker, actually. No, this is the one that I did on the camera with the syringe. So if anything, this one probably had more paint. But everything else I measured pretty well, like with the syringe. So now we will do our pour. I did grab another 8x10 canvas just in case we have enough paint to do that. We might, I don't know. They're only like, I did the math, it was like maybe 5 ounces of paint total. Okay, I've changed my mind. Instead of doing that, I'm just going to try to use all the paint on one canvas. This is an 8x10. It is a pour over. I did an acrylic pour on it, and then I spray painted it with white to cover that. I stared at it for a really long time before I decided that I didn't like it. I was seeing if it would grow on me. It never did. So we're going to pour over it with this. So this is just white spray paint on it now. I'm going to get some gloves on and fill up the cup. We'll do a dirty pour. And I think I want to do a tree ring. Yeah, that's what I've decided. Tree ring pour. I'm going to start with the aqua green. And I'm going to try to layer these a couple times. I don't just want like one layer of each. And the orange. I'm a little nervous about putting the orange and the blue next to each other, so I'm going to do this green next. Although I might need to be more worried about the green, I'm not sure. And then blue. And if we don't use all the paint from the tree ring, then maybe we can do a small flip cup on that 6x6 that I had. It might be a little bit thicker now that I'm pouring it than my normal consistency, but I'm not worried about it at this stage because I really liked how well it mixed. It was so easy. Mixing paint is probably the part of acrylic pouring that I am not thrilled about. It's definitely the part where I'm like, how about someone else do that for me? Yeah, it's definitely thicker because it's not selling. Normally when I pour a dirty cup, it sinks and floats and bubbles, and I just mixed them, so there's plenty of air in there. Let me see how well you can see that. Again. See how like there's not a ton of cells or any, maybe a few are trying to peek through on that orange, but it definitely like maintained all the lines even on the sides of the cup here. We will go ahead and do the pour, which this might, if it doesn't sell, it would be really good for tree ring pours, because in theory you want to maintain those tree ring lines. Okay, even though it is a little bit thicker, the designs I'm getting from this pour right now is absolutely amazing. I'm going to hope that it continues, because I know typically what you pour out first will get hidden under your other paints as it shifts. So I'll have to wait and see. It's definitely darker, and I'm a little bit worried about what that orange is going to do. Hopefully it doesn't make it brown too much. Okay, let's see. And if I can get you a close-up on those little designs that it was making, I definitely will when I go edit this. So pretty. Kind of wish I did have red in here now. I think it would really complement. Definitely not a whole lot of, really no cells. I'm not even trying to pretend. And where I really had the most orange, it's kind of gotten hidden. So it's mainly just the aqua and the green. You don't even really see a lot of the metallic in here. Our cup is really stinking cool. You can see that while I wait for this to finish dripping down. Definitely a lot of greens in here, so I'm not sure I'm actually that thrilled with it. I'm going to run it super off this way because this is where the oranges are at. Or the orange, there was only one. And maybe that'll help get a little bit more diversity in the painting versus just the greens. As well as get that center a little bit off center. I don't mind if it's in the center necessarily, but I do mind that I like more colors than what I have in this piece right now. So I definitely think we'll have enough to do the flip cup, but to wait and see. Hopefully we'll get more color diversity. Could have just been the colors I picked though, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to set this aside somewhere. There is maybe one little chunk of paint that I may have not have gotten very well, so I'll get that out before we do our close-up. Alright, here's the 6x6. I'm just going to use the same cup, cup, that's the word I'm looking for. Trying to decide what I want to go in first. I think I want the orange in first. Because in theory, this is what will be on the top when it gets flipped. And then we'll do the cobalt blue. Again, this is really the colors I had from Artist Loft. A lot of my other colors were Liquitex, and I wanted to follow the bottle exactly. So that's why we give this kind of semi-random color selection here. Just full disclosure, I probably would not have chosen these colors to go together. So it seems like I need to make another run to the store and get some other colors that might help with this medium. Yeah, we'll see. I'll flip that. There's plenty of paint, but I am going to give it time to sink because it is a little bit thicker. While that happens, I will torch and get the chunks out of this one, and then we'll come back and take the cup off. Alright, we are back. It's only been like a minute, maybe. Not very long. Huh. That's a really cool design. It's from the paint that would have been like in the very bottom of the cup when it's upside down, kind of like pooling in the middle and then dripping down. Interesting. I think I want to torch before. See what happens. If that does anything cool or not. And then we will tilt. Wonder if I should try to make it flow a little bit so we don't lose all the cool stuff. Okay. Oops, let's try not to drop it. Pro tip, don't drop it. Okay. Let's keep going here. Definitely more vibrant colors than in the tree ring. It didn't blend as much. Definitely no cells. We would probably need some sort of cell, like silicone or something to create cells here. And maybe then it might not work. But let's see. I'll let this drip down here. I think for future videos, I would definitely maybe try adding some water to thin it out so it's more the consistency. It seemed really good on the stick, but it wasn't once I started pouring it into the cup. Because sometimes your consistency is all it takes to get cells. So actually, I really, really like this. I love the cobalt blue. You guys know that's my favorite color right now. And then this design in the middle is just absolutely beautiful. I love it. I do wish the colors didn't blend as much, which is kind of weird. You would think if the paint is thicker, your colors aren't going to blend, because it's when your colors are too watery, it blends together. So that might be the color selection, just having the 3 greens and blues that are all similar to each other, and then orange, when it's mixed with blues, kind of turns brown. So maybe that's the color selection and not actually the technique or the medium. It's too early to say either way on that. And torching does nothing with these paints, so not really needed because it doesn't do anything here. Let me bring in for close-up. All right, here we are for the close-up on the first one. I'll start here. This definitely isn't the way I would leave it. I would probably do it like this way if I don't pour over it, because I'm not sure I'm going to end up liking this. But here is the upper left-hand corner. This orange kind of looks like flames coming through here if it were to go in this orientation. But yeah, really kind of muddied colors here. Kind of reminds me of like a landscape, like, I don't know. That's just what I think of, like a landscape, like a mountain or something. Like a mountain here, and then like wind blowing here. I don't know, that's what I see. And then here is the little 6x6 flip cup we did. Here's that really cool design from it kind of dripping from the bottom of the cup. And then a whole bunch of cobalt blue, which is my favorite. That's a chunk of paint that I didn't get mixed in very well. Some of that yellow, that green yellow, a little bit of orange in the upper right hand corner, but the middle is definitely the star of the show there. So let me know what you think about these paintings. If you've tried this medium, I don't know where the bottle went. 1 second. If you've tried the Artist Loft pouring medium, let me know what your results were, if you've done any testing with it, if you have a special way that makes it work better for you. I do plan to do more testing with this, with different colors, with adding water, etc. If there's anything specific you'd like to see me do with the pouring medium, leave those in the comments as well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and do what makes you happy.